Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to find the static addresses using pointers. So let's launch our game. We are going to make use of our knowledge of pointers to find the static addresses. First, we set our game. Step 1 is to attach to the game. Then scan for our health, which is at the moment 100. And then take some damage. Look for a grenade if possible. Alright, I shot him too fast. I need the grenade. Wait for him to shoot us. Oh, there's a grenade there. Let's grab hold of the grenade and throw it at the wall. Alright, we are too far from the grenade. Try again. Still too far. One more time. Okay, try this wall. Alright. Oops. He got shot from the back. Respawn. And okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got some damage. 89, scan for new value 89. Okay, undo the scan. Since we are dead, so we undo the scan and try again. Okay. Let's take some damage. Okay, we already got some damage. Quickly go and scan the new value. 82. Okay, undo again. We died before we can scan. Let's respawn. Okay, there's a grenade. Okay, we can launch the grenade here. Alright, 72. So let's scan 72. And we got this. So now this is our dynamic memory address for our health. We can confirm it by changing it. Now we need to look for the data structure. So for finding the data structure for this player, we can find the offset to this health ammo, to the ammo as well as the health. So what we do is we scan, right click and find out what writes to this address or what accesses this address. So click on this and this will attach the debugger. And now we go and try to get some damage. So far we find 2 here, and I think this should be sufficient. Alright, there you go. So you can stop the debugger now, and you can see this is our base address. The base address is the base address of the entity or the data structure. right? And this is the offset to the health, right? Remember in the earlier lessons I did mention this diagram. This is the base address, and then this is the offset, right? So these are offsets. So we know that now the base address we found it is ESI, and the offset is F8. F8 is offset to our health. So now we can grab hold of the ESI value by going down here at the bottom. Look for the ESI, which is this one. ESI is one of the CPU registers, so we copy this one. Note that if you get the wrong one, you can always come back and try the other values, but normally the base address for the data structure is ESI. Alright, so let's try this first. Copy this one, copy this ESI value, and then you can close this now, or you can leave it here, and then we can go to the memory view, click memory view to open the memory view panel, and then up here click on tools, and we are going to make use of a tool called the dissection data structure tool. So we click on this one and we paste our base address here, the base address of our data structure for the player. Then we make use of the structure here to define a new structure. So we define a structure and we can give it a name called player data structure. Okay, and click OK. And then so now the cheat engine more or less guess the structure for the player object, and you can see here these are the offsets from this base address, similar to what we saw in the earlier lesson, like this. You see that EX here refers to this one, but in this case it's ESI, and then all these are the offsets, and these are the offsets you can see here on the left. And then just looking at this, you can more or less guess some of the meaning of these values for the various offsets. Let's compare it with the health. Now our health is 100. Let's go and increase our health over here to maybe 889. And then once our health is 889, you can go back to the data structure. You can close this now, and then look for 889. Okay, so there should be okay. Now by now our health will have been reduced. 782. Okay, let's take a look at 782. 782. Big number. Let's look for a big number. There you go, 760. So this could be our health, 760. Let's compare it with the game, 760, correct. There you go. Right? So once we find this, we can comment it by double clicking this and giving a description, call it health. And we can even okay, let's click OK, and we can change the color as well, and the background color here to probably pink, so that's easier to see. So this is our health, and the offset is F8. Okay, so if you wanted to put an entry inside your cheat table, you can now click add address manually. So before we can add address manually, we have to go and find the base address, which is a static address. So to find the static address, we can right click on this one, or just double click, and no, so we already have the base address here. Copy this and then paste it in here as a hex value. Check on hex and then click new scan, first scan, and you will find there are 3 base addresses. Base addresses, static addresses are in green, So there are three possibilities. We add all three to the cheat table, and then now we have to modify these these addresses to become pointers. So we double click on the first one and we copy from here in the top, go down here, click on pointer, and then paste down here. Alright, so now this is a pointer and this is the offset. So the offset should be what we find inside here, which is F8. Okay, so we can key in F8, and then this one, remove this hex here so that it will display the health here. Click OK. Alright, so I think we have died. Let's respawn, and once you respawn, your health goes back to 100, and if you had correctly done it, you will see a address written as P, meaning pointer, pointing to this address of your health, the dynamic address, and then the value is shown here 100. So you added a pointer, which is a base address, a static address for your health. Okay, so if you double click, you can examine the content. So every time you see this is the base address for the game, and this is the offset to your object for the player in memory. And then once you got this, you can add F8 from here. From here, F8 is the offset from the data structure, the base of the data structure, the offset. Okay, that's how you create it, F8. And then here you must uncheck this so that it will show you the value of your health in the decimal number. Okay, let's try to do ammo now. So now currently ammo is 20. Let's fire one round, become 18. So once you got 18, you go over here and look for 18. Just scroll down and see if there's any 18. There's one here. So, but you're not sure. So let's fire another round. Now you got 15. And see, this has gone on to 15. So now you can put a command, double click, and call this rifle ammo. And change the background to maybe green. Click OK. So now, and the offset is 150. Okay, so let's add another pointer here. So we can remove these two. Alright, to create another pointer, we can copy from the old one. Double click this and copy out the base address from here. This is a static address. Copy this and then add address manually, and come over here, click on pointer, and then paste here the base address, the static address, and then offset is 150 for ammo. 150, and click OK. And then here, click OK. If you did it correctly, you should be able to see 15. Let's see. Oh, we are dead. Alright, so let's fire off one round. So now your ammo should be 18, and you see 18, correct. So we can now label it. This is the ammo rifle ammo pointer, and this one you can label it as a health pointer. Okay, and this one is the dynamic memory. The dynamic memory is useless once you restart the game. So let's try to restart the game now. Let's close the game, and then now we restart the game again and see what happens. Put this on the left and we restart the game. Okay, let's go into select our single player game. Alright, now we attach to the game. Keep address this, yes, and you can see immediately the health pointer correctly identify the health, and we can increase it to 999 over here, and then here we can increase our ammo to maybe 558. Immediately it's reflected here, you can see. Right, so it's working. Okay, so this is how you can use your knowledge of pointers and data structure to create static addresses in your cheat table. So cheat table will survive a game restart, a program restart. It will not be lost. And you can see the dynamic one is useless, right? So dynamic addresses will be useless once you close the program. Now you can remove it. Alright, now before we close this thing, we can save our cheat table. So click File, Save As, and you can save it in your desktop. There's a folder called Game Hacking, so just give it a name. You can call it Assault Cube. Assault Cube. Just click Save. There you go. So now we can close this. We can close the game. And now we will try again. Open the game. Open Cheat Engine. And then here, go and load your Assault Cube cheat table. You still get back your pointer. Now let's try to start the game. And then come here and attach to the game. And you see, click OK, you click yes. And you see immediately it detected your health as well as your ammo. And you can change your health if you want. If you don't want to change it, you can freeze it. It's up to you. Let's say I put it at 156 and your health changes to 156. And the ammo, you can change it to maybe 778 and immediately it will reflect the change. If you didn't want to change, you can freeze it using these two buttons. So if you freeze it, when you shoot, you see your ammo does not decrease. And if you walk into a battle, you also will not lose any health. Okay, so I think you get the idea. So that's all for this lesson. Thank you for watching.